My name is Scott Alexander Wood. I'm 59 years old. I live in Buffalo, New York, and I own a small design firm focusing on interpretive projects, designing museums, visitor centers, and the such. Okay, what do we got? How did you come up with the idea? A little while back, what my friends would call a midlife crisis, I decided I was going to paddle the Erie Canal here in New York State. A little over 350 miles, goes from Buffalo to Albany, and I figured 4 miles an hour, 7-8 hours a day, I could get my way across in 2 weeks. So I did that. I camped on the shore. I conversed with other boaters, but there were a lot of times when I was not seeing anyone and talking to myself and daydreaming. And it was in this daydreaming where I began to envision a way to not have to paddle. So by the time I got out, I had figured out the idea of the Outrigger, and off I went. What's innovative, new about your approach? Look, there's nothing magical about this device. It's not emerging new technology. It's really the packaging of some basic existing components in a novel manner. That is a solar panel, a battery, an electric motor mounted onto a frame and pod that allows you to easily attach it to an existing kayak or canoe and get a whole new feel of the water without having to paddle, needing to balance and stay in the water. That's the unique approach or the unique selling point about this product. Who is it for? Well, at the most basic level, it is for anyone that owns a kayak. And while this may be a niche market, I did a little market research and found that there's over 4 million kayaks sold every year in the continental U.S. So that allows for some idea of the potential market. And us kayakers are kind of a devoted bunch that really get into the sport, and I think there's an added value to that. Aside from that, in working with this thing, we've been approached by disabled groups thinking that it can provide a way for certain people to get out on the water that hadn't been able to, given the now stable, easy to control, totally motorized operation. Also, I think it makes an excellent fishing platform that seems to be a spin-off industry in itself. How would you describe yourself? I'm a walking dichotomy. I'm an early adopter. I've always gravitated towards technology and gadgets and inventing, but yet there's another side to me that any chance I get out into a little country property in a cabin and go hermit. So within that context, it gets me out on the water a lot, and I see the potential for this being really, really fun. Also, what kind of a person am I? Determined. More than one way to get this done. I think I'm halfway intelligent and able to see an opportunity. And other than that, I don't really like to talk about myself. What kind of help do you need getting this off the ground, manufactured, marketed, etc.? Okay. I started this Kickstarter campaign with the intent of raising the bare bones minimum amount to finish paying off the master pattern that I've had made of the new pod, with the intent that then that gets molded, bringing down the cost of the pod from hand sculpting and fiberglassing them individually. So the funds to pay that off and to move it into the molding phase is a key component. The second thing is to have enough money to buy materials and parts for the first batch of 10. Presently, we're looking at a production of 10 units in a batch that then the profits from those get reinvested into new materials, and which produce more craft, et cetera, trying to gain a critical momentum of self-sufficiency. Originally, I'd done a business plan that said this amount, to do it right, was around 80 grand. We were hoping to try to skim by with doing it with 20. The Kickstarter campaign, while it has introduced me to people like yourselves and such, has not been a success, and I have not reached my $20,000 goal. So, really looking to working with you guys. Why should Dave choose you over another product? Like a lot of idea guys, I'm a designer, and I have skill sets that, in the case of this product, I think has done most of the heavy lifting. Where Dave's expertise, I think, can come is in value engineering the product to a point where we can bring the price point down to make it more attractive to an ever-widening market. Also, I think there's some opportunities with the prop. One of the things that came out in the midst of the Kickstarter campaign was I was messaged by another designer that said, look at the prop, and that a redesign of the prop itself, we found out now, has the potential to double the speed of this product from 8 to 16, 17 knots. In a small kayak, that's wicked fast, and I think can really take this product to another level. So I think Dave can help with that. But basically, I look forward to the brainstorming opportunity of working with other people and in collaboration to see if we can move this product forward. So those are all the questions that you guys asked for. Again, additional thoughts. I have developed a sail rig package to this that will you'll see in some of the accompanying materials, that with some bracketed attachment for a mast and a dagger board, you can turn this thing into a sailcraft like a Hobie that allows you to charge up your battery while you're sailing, and with the dagger board can even go to weather. So I think that has some possibilities as well. Okay, thanks for now. Thanks for considering the product and to work together. Thank you.